brought out something in me I want back. The version that was easy with the world, who laughed louder in public and cared less about it, who wasn't so wound up and so tightly curled. I was braver when I had you to come home to. The risk felt smaller when you were the safety net. I started things I never would have started, and finished things I'm grateful for. And yet, now you're gone, and so is that version. And I don't know if it was you or just the time, or if that person lives in me somewhere still, just waiting for the right conditions to find. I miss the me that you brought out, more than I thought I'd miss anything about this. I miss the me that you brought out, the one who walked into a room like they were enough. I'm trying to be that person without the reason you gave me. I'm trying to find that feeling from the inside out. I miss the me that you brought out, and I'm scared I left her somewhere in the past. Maybe every person we love becomes a mirror, showing back us how we couldn't see ourselves. Maybe you were showing me a real part of me, not something built from you, but something else. Maybe if I look at it correctly, you didn't give me something that's now yours to take. Maybe you just pointed at a window, and the view was always mine to contemplate. Oh, I'm gonna act as if she's still here, the louder one, the braver one, the one who stayed for the second round. I'm going to pretend until I believe it, and maybe that's how she comes around. Maybe this is how you reclaim yourself, not by finding, just by acting as if she's already home. Already home. Already here. Already me. Already me. I used to write in the mornings before anyone was up, fill pages with the things I couldn't say out loud. I stopped somewhere around the third month with you. It felt indulgent, a little too loud. I used to run on Sundays, used to call my friends more, used to read the books that nobody else had heard of. I had a whole interior world running parallel, and I let it quietly go without a word of. I don't know if it was you, or just the gravity of us, the way a relationship can swallow a whole life. I only know I looked up after all that time together, and my hands had nothing in them anymore to write. All the things I stopped doing when I was with you, I didn't notice losing them until they were gone. All the things I stopped doing when I was was with you are the first things I'm trying to find my way back to now. The writing, the running, the reading, the calls, the small rituals I built before you had them all. All the things I stopped doing, I'm starting again. I opened the notebook this morning. It smelled like before you, like who I was when all I had was time and no one waiting. I wrote 3 sentences, and then I sat there crying for the version of me I've been vacating. It wasn't your fault, it was nobody's really. We just took up all the space and left no room for the people that we were before we found each other. Now I'm trying to remember who that person was by noon. All the things I stopped doing when I was with you, I didn't notice losing them until they were gone. All the things I stopped doing when I was with you are the first things I'm trying to find my way back to now. This is what healing looks like for me. Not grand gestures or dramatic declarations, just getting back to basics. Just sitting with myself and letting it be quiet. Just picking up the pen again, just lacing up the shoes and going. Just a Sunday morning with no obligations, just slowly, slowly, slowly growing. Slowly growing back to me. Slowly. The room looks the same, the street looks the same, the sky hasn't changed, but I'm not the same. I keep waiting for the world to register what happened here, to tilt a little, shift a little, to show some sign that the before and after are clear. But the buses run on schedule, and the neighbors walk their dogs, and the supermarket is fully stocked, and the world just carries on. And I know that's how it works. I know the world doesn't owe me its attention, but there's something about the continuation that makes the grief feel like a private invention. Nothing changed except everything. The world didn't stop for this. Nothing changed except everything, and I'm the only one who knows. I walk through the same streets with a completely different understanding. Nothing changed except everything, and it's mine to carry quietly without demanding that anyone else feel the weight of it. I called my mother after, told her the basics. She said, I'm sorry, love, and the world kept moving through the phone, and I appreciated her, I'm sorry. But it was 5 minutes, and then a show came on, and I sat in the same room I always sit in, feeling the most different I've ever been. And the lamp was the same lamp, and the carpet was the same carpet. person in a room that wasn't listening. And I know that's how it works. I know the world doesn't owe me its attention, but there's something about the continuation that makes the grief feel like a private invention. Nothing changed except everything. The world didn't stop for this. Nothing changed except everything, and I'm the only one who knows. I'm the only one who knows how different this room feels from the inside. I'm the only one who knows what the same street looks like with different eyes, and that's okay. That's what grief is. A private rearrangement of your interior world, while everything exterior stays exactly where it was. And you have to keep navigating it as it unfurls. Only one who knows. Only one who knows. The same room, a different world. By someone on the street, wearing what you wore, stood there for a moment like a fool. The coat was the same color, the walk was almost right, and for half a second my chest thought it was you. In the afternoon light, I knew immediately, of course. The brain knew before the feet could stop, but the body had already started toward the stranger before logic could make it drop. And I stood there on the pavement, watching a stranger walk away, feeling grief for a ghost I'd made from someone who was just going about their day. I smell you in rooms you've never been in. I hear you in songs you've never heard. I find you in places you've never been, because grief doesn't follow logic, and I can't turn it off. I find you in the strangest corners of a life you're not part of. I find you everywhere and nowhere, and I can't explain it to anyone. Grief doesn't follow logic, and mine is still looking for you. I was in a coffee shop last Tuesday, and a song came through the speakers that you'd have hated, which is the thing, even the things you hated are keepers. I thought to myself you'd roll your eyes. I thought to myself you'd say something funny, and I looked up expecting your expression, and found a room full of strangers. And the absence hit me suddenly, like the grief had been saving it for the exact right ordinary moment to arrive. And I stood there at the counter, waiting for a coffee that was just mine, feeling you in a moment you weren't in. feeling the loss in the space between the lines. I smell you in rooms you've never been in. I hear you in songs you've never heard. I find you in places you've never been. Because grief doesn't follow logic, and I can't turn it off. I've read that this is normal, that the mind creates presence from pattern, that when someone is woven into your daily seeing, their absence shows up in everything that matters. So I'm trying to be patient with the finding, with the half second of the coat on the street. I'm trying to let the ghost have its moment, and then let the moment complete. Can't turn it off. Still finding you, still everywhere, still you. Still you. Phone on the pillow, bright side up, just in case. Just in case you decide tonight is the night you wanna say something. Just in case the silence breaks. I've been sleeping like this for weeks now. One eye on the notifications, one eye on the dark. The phone, a small rectangle of hope beside my head in the dark. I know the message isn't coming. The rational part of me knows it very well, but rational and midnight are different countries, and I'm living in the one where hope still dwells, waiting for a message that I know isn't coming. Waiting for a message, because the alternative is accepting it's over, and I'm not quite there yet. So I keep the phone face up and tell myself just one more hour, waiting for a message that the silence already sent. I've done this before with other people. Learn that waiting with a lit screen is a kind of prayer to a version of events that isn't coming, but the one that makes you stay in the chair. I've thought about putting the phone in another room. I've thought about turning off the notifications for a night, but then I'd miss it if it came, and the missing, it felt worse than the waiting. So I leave the phone on the pillow, bright side up, just in case of a miracle, just in case of you. I know the message isn't coming. The rational part of me knows it very well, but rational and midnight are different countries, and I'm living in the one where hope still dwells, waiting for a message that I know isn't coming. Waiting for a message, because the alternative is accepting it's over, and I'm not quite there yet. There'll come a night when I put the phone face down and sleep, when the waiting becomes something I can release, without it feeling like giving up, when the silence is just silence. question when the face down phone is peace, not a small surrender. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there slowly, one bright-sided night at a time. Still waiting, still bright side up, just in case, just in case. Still waiting.
Had a funny thing happen at work today. Instinct said tell you, and then remembered the number I've been calling for 3 years is not a call I'm allowed to make in December. So I told the story to the wall instead, and the wall did what you used to never do. It didn't laugh, it didn't add to it, it just sat there the way rooms do. And I realized somewhere in that silence how much space you took up in my daily life. Not just the big things, not just the feelings, but the running commentary, the ordinary twice. Who was I talking to before I met you? Before you were the first call and the last. Who was I sending all the small things to? Before you were the context for my whole day's cast. I've got full bars and no one to call. I got stories with nowhere to go. Who was I talking to before I met you? I genuinely don't know anymore. I've tried calling other people with the small stuff. It feels like I'm speaking a different language now. They're kind about it, but I can tell they're waiting for the thing that makes the story matter. Somehow you understood the references without explaining. You knew the names and the history and the stakes. Building that with someone takes forever, and I don't have the patience that rebuilding takes. Who was I talking to before I met you? Before you were the first call and the last. Who was I sending all the small things to? Before you were the context for my whole day's cast. Maybe the answer is I was talking to myself more. Maybe that's not the tragedy I think. Maybe silence has a function I forgot about. Maybe I was living on the private side of things. I'm going to try it, sitting with the stories. Not every moment needs a destination. Maybe some things can just happen and be over without becoming someone else's narration. Without becoming someone else's, just mine, just mine. I deleted the conversation this morning, held my thumb over it for a minute first, scrolled back to the beginning just to see it. The first message, something simple, just the worst. I mean the best kind of worst, the kind that starts things when you didn't know yet what it was gonna cost. I read it one last time, I let it sit there, and then I deleted it, now it's lost. 2,000 and something messages, approximately a year and a half compressed into a
thread. The jokes, the voice notes, the long honest ones at midnight. The last one sitting there still unread. I deleted the conversation, but I didn't delete the person. I deleted the evidence, but not the weight. I deleted the conversation, and my phone felt lighter for about a minute, and then my chest remembered what I couldn't erase. I deleted the conversation, 'cause I needed to stop having it available. I deleted the conversation. The conversation was already in my memory anyway. People talk about closure like it's a thing you find at the end of a process that takes a certain time. But I've been through the process, and I've done the steps. And closure is more like choosing to stop the climb. The conversation wasn't helping me move forward. Having it there was like a door I kept reopening. I needed to close the thread, to close something bigger. I needed to stop the access, stop the hoping. I deleted the conversation, but I didn't delete the person. I'm keeping the things I learned from all that talking. The understanding of myself I only got from us. I'm keeping the version of me that showed up fully, the part that wasn't guarded, the part that trusted. I don't delete the lessons, only the location. I'm not erasing you, I'm changing where you live. You're in the part of me that knows itself better, not the part that waits for you to give. Not the part that waits. You live somewhere else now, somewhere quieter, somewhere I can be fine. I sent you something at 2:30. I won't tell you what it said, but you already know. I saw it sitting there in the morning light, and felt the specific shame of midnight honesty exposed. I thought about deleting it before you read it, but the ticks were blue by then, the damage done. So I sat with the embarrassment of being human, of needing something and letting it be shown. There's something about the late hour that dissolves the careful architecture of not needing. At 2 a.m. the wall comes down completely, and all that's left is the honest person underneath. I only say the true things after midnight, when the filter's low and the feeling's high. I only say the true things after midnight, and then spend the morning asking myself why. But maybe midnight me is trying to tell me something about what I actually want beneath the daylight version. Maybe midnight me is less afraid of the answer. Maybe midnight is when I should be paying more attention. You replied the next morning, matter of fact, like you hadn't just received my 2 a.m. confession. You were kind about it, which was almost worse. Kindness as deflection is its own kind of rejection. I said something like, sorry for the late message. You said something like, no worries, memories and moved on. And we spent the next week building back the distance from the honesty of what I'd said at one. I only say the true things after midnight, when the filter's low and the feeling's high. I don't wanna only be brave when I'm half asleep. I wanna be that honest in the daylight too. I wanna stop saving the real things for the dark hours and say them when it actually matters, looking at you. So here I am, it's 2 in the afternoon, and I'm telling you with full awareness what I mean, that I liked you and I meant it, and I'm fine that you didn't. And saying it out loud is the most honest I've been.